police visits. I don't know if any of you have seen this in the news the last few days. I got a link from the Countryside Alliance on Facebook, but basically the police have been given new powers to do spot checks. So if you're a FAC or SGC holder and you obviously have firearms in your home locked up, you know, something like, you know, simple as a side-by-side shotgun, if they've got a reason to believe that you're apparently involved in terrorism or organised crime, or perhaps admittedly somebody's made a complaint about your behaviour in some way, they can just turn up unannounced. Now you might think, well, what's the problem with that? And the funny thing is, there isn't a problem per se, but normally the normal sort of course of action would be they would either give you a ring and say, oh, hello, you know, when's a suitable time to come round and do our normal inspection, or you know, could you come down the station and we'll have a chat, or I want to pop round and see you to have a chat because there's some people have said some things, or you know, whatever it is, no problem. If you've done something, actually have done something really bad, well, can't they get a warrant? I mean, that's how they currently do it. You know, if your next door neighbour has said that you've been acting dangerously and pointing guns at people or something terrible like that, then, you know, the police will get a warrant like overnight. They'll be around your house, and rightly so. So what's this unannounced thing all about? Because with this unannounced visit, I mean, not a lot of places are emphasising this enough, but they don't actually have any new rights of entry. So if the police come to your house and they knock on the door, incidentally that's supposed to be at a no antisocial hour, then, you know, you can open the door and go, oh, good evening, officer, I'm terribly sorry, I'm a bit busy at the moment, I've got some friends round, could you come back another time, perhaps give me a call and arrange something and we'll have a chat. And the police will have to say, okay, yeah, no problem, and come back. It's not like they can come in and say, well, no, we are coming in, not unless they've got a warrant, and they can do that anyway. So what's this all about? And then it gets into the realms of sociable hours. Because I don't know about you, but I would consider sociable hours to be Monday to Friday 9 to 5, pretty much. Maybe a Saturday during the day 9 to 5. But either way, the time when most people are at work. And obviously, if you are, you know, a shotgun or a firearm owner, you are going to have a job, most likely, because, you know, these things don't come cheap. So when are they going to exactly do these spot checks? And when they do them, it makes you wonder, because, you know, normally when the FEO comes round to do an inspection, they don't come round in a squad car, a marked squad car in uniform, etc. And they do that for good reason. The reason they do it is so this time next week, and you're having a pint with your mate in the pub or casual acquaintance who says, oh, you know, oh, well, Sam, I saw this police car outside your house last week. What was that all about? The police don't want me to say, oh yeah, they're just checking my shotguns out. Because obviously then that's meaning that people who don't need to know I've got guns, and they might, you know, break in or, you know, whatever. I mean, that's the thinking behind it anyway. So why on earth would the police want to come round your house when maybe you're having a dinner party, you've got some friends round, or, you know, there's a plumber there randomly who you don't even hardly know, and then come round and want to start looking at your guns and talking to you about your guns? I mean, is that really a very clever way of doing things? I don't think so. And to be honest, I don't think the police think so either. Because, you know, I'm not getting at the police here. I don't believe, certainly, well, maybe I am a bit, but certainly not your average police officer, your average FEO, is going to want to do this for the reasons I've just laid out. And in fact, I think most of them will probably ignore it. But it's a very strange system, because if you have done something wrong, they can get a warrant. And otherwise, then, well, you've not done anything wrong, so what's the problem? You know, give me a ring if you just want to chat. I mean, that's what the law says. So it's really odd. And when you look at the legislation, it's very ambiguous, it's not very clear, and it just sort of vaguely mentions terrorism and organised crime. And it's like, well, where are these FAC holders or SGC holders who are involved in terrorism and organised crime? And moreover, what about all the bloody, sorry, I don't mean to swear, but what about all the bloody people who've got illegal firearms, who are going out robbing people and getting involved in gang violence and all that sort of thing? Shouldn't they be spending their time doing that? And in terms of us guys, you know, they've got huge backlogs all over the country with firearms certificates and shotgun certificate renewals. They can barely keep up. So when are these random visits going to occur? And if I'm honest, I don't think they will occur. Not very often anyway, to very few people. Because the people who will need such a visit, you know, the police will get a warrant. So it's a moot point, really. And I think to a certain extent, I know I'm ranting a bit here, but I think to a certain extent this hasn't been made clear enough to a lot of people, because this is, you know, on places like Basque and the Countryside Alliance, this is something political. The only thing that makes me think it's odd is that nothing's really happened recently to make you think that they could be placating anyone, really. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But let me know what you guys think. And, you know, obviously I'll put a link to the story in the description. And let me know what you think in the comments. And certainly let me know if you do get one of these random visits. Because I'll be interested to know what their reasoning would be and what their reaction will be when you say to them, well, no, I'm busy, you know, my girlfriend's naked upstairs in bed or something, you know. It's like, that's not really convenient at the moment. And the police have to just, you know, run along and arrange something like they would anyway. So, you know, let me know what you think. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe.